afternoon, students. Today we are going to continue the same topic, that is acids in the from the chapter called as acids, bases and salts. Yes, what are these acids? Actually, already we have discussed about these all the topics regarding the classification of acids and regarding the physical properties of acids. Classification of acids, we are having three classification. Depending on the basis of sources. It was having two types of acids. Those are organic acids and inorganic acids. Second one is depending on the concentration. Depending on the concentration, we are having two types of acids: concentrated acids and dilute acids. Yes. Third one, depending on the basicity. It was the third one, depending on the basicity: monobasic acid, dibasic acid, tribasic acid. Yes, we have discussed all points as a classification of acids, in that depending on the sources we are having organic acids and inorganic acids. Depending on the concentration we are having two types. Those are, one is concentrated acid, second one is dilute acid, and third one is depending on the basicity, that is monobasic acid, dibasic acid and tribasic acid. Monobasic acid, hydrochloric acid, dibasic acid, sulfuric acid, tribasic acid, phosphoric acid. Number of hydrogen content in the acid: hydrochloric acid HCl, one hydrogen is there, we are getting one hydronium ion. Second one, dibasic acid H2SO4, sulfuric acid, where number of carbon in hydrogen is 2 and we are getting 2 hydronium ions. The third one is tribasic acid, yes, phosphoric acid H3PO4, where we are getting 3 hydronium ions. Concentrated acid, where no amount of water is there, or less quantity of water is there, or very low quantity. But dilute acid, it is having more than the mass of concentrated acid, that much huge quantity of water will be available, so it is called as dilute acid. If you take it as organic acid, available from plants and vegetables, whereas inorganic acids, it is having, or it is available from the mineral acids. And if you take about organic acids, the basic or the base elements of organic acids is carbon and hydrogen. Okay. Next, we'll go for the physical properties. These all are revision of the first topic, what we discussed in the earlier classes. Now the second one is physical properties. We are having 5 physical properties. Just we will revise it very fast. The first physical property was these acids are sour in taste. As the first one is these acids are sour in taste, and we have got it from the organic acids like citric acid, malic acid or tartaric acid. And second one, their pH value is 0 to 7. pH value is 0 to 7, where 0 to 2 is strong acid and 2 to 7 is weak acid. Yes, pH value, power of hydrogen ion concentration in that acid. Third one, they change the color of indicators. They change the color of indicators. The indicators, what are these indicators? These are the chemicals by which we are able to identify a given sample as an acid, base or a salt. And this indicator, litmus solution is there. If you pour the litmus solution in the acid, blue litmus will turn into red. Blue litmus turn into red, and except carbonic acid, it turn into pink. Second one is phenolphthalein. Actually, phenolphthalein is a colorless indicator and it remains same. Remains same means remains colorless. The third indicator is methyl orange. Methyl orange, and this methyl orange will turn from orange to pink. Okay, fourth one is actually, if you take it here, litmus solution or litmus, it was extracted from the natural materials, but phenolphthalein and methyl orange are prepared from the artificial. So these are considered as synthetic indicators. There is litmus, and the next one is red cabbage extract. The word itself is a red cabbage. It is naturally available. This red cabbage extract, it remains red only. There won't be any change in the color of red cabbage extract. Yes, these are the 3 basic points, 3 physical properties of acids. 2 more properties are there. Yes, 2 more properties of acids. Actually, these all are physical properties. The 4th physical property is that these are corrosive in nature. Corrosive in nature, and by chance, especially the strong acids, what we call it as hydrochloric acid, nitric acid or sulfuric acid, when they fall on the hand or any part of the skin, yes, it burns and the color changes. If hydrochloric acid has fall on the body, what will the color change? The color of the skin will become amber. If sulfuric acid has been fall on the body, it makes the skin to the black color. Or if it is nitric acid, it turns skin color into yellow. And the last point, these are strong acids, weak acids are not so much corrosive. And last point, they are electrolytes. These are very good electrolytes. These all the acids are very good electrolytes, and they are able to produce electricity in the aqueous solution. These are the physical property as well as classification of the acids what we have studied in the earlier class. We will go for the next part, that is chemical properties, because physical properties are over. Next we will go to the chemical properties. Yes, the next property is chemical properties. What happens when acids are reacting with the metals? What happens when acids are reacting with the metal oxides? What happens when the acids are reacting with the bases? What happens when the acids are reacting with the water? Or what happens when the acids are reacting with the metallic carbonates or bicarbonates? First starts with the acids reacts with the metals. Yes, whenever an acid is reacting with a metal, it forms metallic salt and hydrogen gas. I repeat, when an acid is reacting with a metal, it forms metallic salt and hydrogen gas. For example, magnesium is reacting with the sulfuric acid to form magnesium sulfate and hydrogen gas. I repeat, magnesium is reacting with the sulfuric acid to form magnesium sulfate and hydrogen gas. Magnesium, it is a metal. Sulfuric acid, it is an acid. Magnesium sulfate is metallic salt. Hydrogen gas is liberated. We will go for one more example where sodium is reacting with the hydrochloric acid to form sodium chloride and hydrogen gas. As this equation is not balanced, we have to balance the equation. Yes, this is that when acid is reacting with a metal, they are forming metallic salt and hydrogen gas. These both are metallic salt. It may be magnesium sulfate or sodium chloride, because sodium is a metal or magnesium is a metal. Okay, we'll go for a second chemical reaction. What happens when acids are reacting with the metal oxides? Earlier the word was only metal. Now is metal oxide. Instead of magnesium, instead of magnesium or sodium, if they are reacting with the sodium oxide or magnesium oxide, what may be the result? What happens when acid is reacting with the metal oxide? When acid is reacting with the metal oxide, they are forming metallic salt, as well as now instead of hydrogen it will be a water, because the oxygen will react with now hydrogen. Here there it is there. Oxygen is added here because to make it as metal oxide, and this oxygen will join with this hydrogen to form as water. We will see the reaction now. I repeat that when acids are reacting with the metal oxide, they form metallic salt as well as water. Yes, just addition of oxygen, that oxygen will join the hydrogen to form water. Remember, the whole equation is same. Yes, acid is reacting with the metallic oxide to form metallic salt and water. It is about the second chemical reaction. The third will be acid reacts with the base. The third property is third chemical property. Acids reacts with the bases. What happens when acid is reacting with a base? Yes, when acid reacts with a base, it forms salt and water. When acid reacts with a base, it forms salt and water. The salt will be usually neutral, and the process is called as neutralization reaction. The process, the whole formation of this acid is reacting with a base to form salt and water. The process is called as neutralization reaction. It is the third type of reaction. Acids reacts with bases. We will take it as strong acid and strong base. Hydrochloric acid is a strong acid. Sodium hydroxide is a strong base. It forms a salt which will be neutral, sodium chloride. And water. Strong acid, strong base, salt, neutral salt, and water. Yes, here You can take any other example also. Yes, we'll take it as sulfuric acid is reacting with the magnesium hydroxide. To form magnesium sulfate and water. Yes, it is called acids reacts with the bases. The fourth one is acids react with the water. Yes, if you are having textbook, you can open page number 23 where you can see this reaction. Actually, already I have discussed about this topic as a monobasic acid, dibasic acid or tribasic acid. Monobasic acid where only one hydrogen of an acid is reacting with the water to form hydronium ion and an anion. What happens? Acid reacts with the water. Acid reacts with the water. When acid reacts with the water, it forms a hydronium ion and an anion. Example is hydrochloric acid is reacting with the water to form hydronium ion and chloride ion. Yes, acid is reacting with the water to form hydronium ion and chloride ion. Yes, acid is reacting with the water. Is one more chemical properties of acids. The last chemical property of acid will be acid reacts with the salts. Which salts? Carbonate or bicarbonates of metals. When the acids are reacting with the metal carbonate or metal bicarbonate, bicarbonate is also called as hydrogen carbonate. For example, if you take it as a sodium carbonate, Na2CO3, its formula, and if you take it as a sodium bicarbonate, NaHCO3, HCO3, it is also called as hydrogen carbonate. Sodium hydrogen carbonate or sodium bicarbonate, both are same. Okay, now the reaction. What happens when acids are reacting with the metal carbonates or bicarbonates? When acids are reacting with the metal carbonates or bicarbonates, they are forming metallic salt, water as well as carbon dioxide. I repeat, they form metallic salt, water as well as carbon dioxide. Why carbon dioxide came? Because the chemical is carbonate. The chemical is carbonate, hence we are getting carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide will be liberated. Sodium carbonate is reacting with the hydrochloric acid. becomes sodium chloride, water, plus carbon dioxide. Yes, Na is 1, Cl is 1, NaCl, hydrogen 2, oxygen is 3, 1 plus 2, 3 and carbon. Yes, the reaction is balanced. Yes, it is about that when the acids are reacting with the metal carbonates or bicarbonates, they form metallic salt, water as well as carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide will be liberated. These are the 5 different types of reactions. Yes, next is uses of these acids. Where the acids are used, we'll see about it. Acids. The first one is boric acid. Boric acid is used as an eye wash or antiseptic. Second one is carbonic acid. Carbonic acid, boric acid formula is H3BO3. Boric acid formula H3BO3 and carbonic acid H2CO3. Yes, this is used in the soft drinks or flavored drinks, what we call it as Coca-Cola, Thumbs Up or Pepsi or Sprite. They are using this acid. Yes, flavored drinks or it is also called as soft drinks or cold drinks. Actually, this chemical is made up of 2 chemicals, water and carbon dioxide. And keep in mind, we are taking inside this carbon dioxide continuously along with the water. As an Coca-Cola, Thumbs Up or Pepsi, whatever the chemical may be there, we are consuming these chemicals because maybe you have studied this topic in the class 8 chapter now, named as coal and petroleum. It was a last question in the coal and petroleum, and there it is there, this formula and reaction where carbon dioxide is reacting with the water to form carbonic acid, where carbon dioxide the carbon dioxide which we are exhaling every moment we are intaking by through in this form. So it may be lot of dangerous for our body, because what carbon dioxide we are exhaling every moment we are taking inside, it creates a mess or a problem, health issues for our body. So try to avoid these all chemicals and save your health. Okay, next the third acid is nitric acid. As TNT, nitric acid, trinitrotoluene as an explosive. If you attended the classes, trinitrotoluene, it is a chemical, and this chemical it is used as an explosive also. Next chemical is phosphoric acid. Phosphoric acid is used as a fertilizer for the agriculture field. S. The one more is benzoic acid. Benzoic acid is used in the making of perfumes. Also, it is used in the making of medicines. Perfumes are medicines. Okay. Apart from that, acetic acid is used as a vinegar. Okay, vinegar, I think so you know that this vinegar is used in the food products or a food preservative. And the last one is the most highly reactive element, the most strong acid actually, not highly reactive, most strong acid, that is hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid is used to clean the metal items. Yes, these all are the uses. Apart from that, so many acids are there, lot of uses are there. So we will wind up this topic about the acids, and next we will go for the next part, that is bases. Yes, bases. If you remember any of the bases, you can tell about these bases. Anybody have seen the bases? Some of the bases I will talk to you, like sodium hydroxide, I think so. Sodium hydroxide used in our home as a soap. Soap is prepared with the help of sodium hydroxide. They use the word 20% sodium hydroxide solution. This sodium hydroxide solution is used to make the soap. Now, if you go for the bases, we will go for the definition of base. What is this base? When metallic oxide or metallic hydroxide when metallic oxide, it is not a word called as non-metallic, it is metallic now. Metallic oxide or metallic hydroxide. This oxide and hydroxide, when they react with the hydronium ion of an acid, I repeat, hydronium ion of an acid, they form salt as well as water. They form salt as well as water. Only, no other chemicals will be formed. Because the word only is most important, because you will get the idea why the word I am using the word only. Here, when the metallic oxide or hydroxide is reacting with the hydronium ion of an acid, it forms salt and water only. For example, calcium oxide, copper oxide or calcium oxide. I'll take it as copper oxide. Copper oxide. Copper oxide is reacting with the hydrochloric acid to form copper chloride and water, to form copper chloride and water. You have to balance the reaction now. Yes, metallic oxide reacts with the acid, hydrogen ion of the acid to form salt and water only. No other chemical is formed. We go for the second reaction, that is magnesium hydroxide. Magnesium hydroxide is reacting with the sulfuric acid. They form, magnesium hydroxide is reacting with the sulfuric acid. Yes, both will form magnesium sulfate and water. Yes, here it is there. We are getting metal oxide is there. Here is metal oxide, metal hydroxide. Metal hydroxide is here reacting with the acids to form salt and water only. No additional chemical is formed. So it is, these are actually bases. I'll take one more example. It will be oxide only, metal oxide only, but it forms one more additional chemical. So it is not considered as a base, just a normal chemical, which is that lead 4 oxide. I repeat, lead 4 oxide. Lead 4 oxide is reacting with the hydrochloric acid. Lead 2 oxide is PbO, lead 4 oxide is PbO2, because the valency, lead 4 means valency of lead is 4, lead 2 oxide, the valency of lead is 2. Thus, reacting with the hydrochloric acid to form lead chloride. Plus water. Plus, because what happened now? Lead, yes, it is balanced. Now, oxygen, O2 is there, this oxygen is balanced. Hydrogen, it is 4 hydrogen is there, it is 2H2 is there, it is balanced. Chlorine is 4 now, but here only 2 chlorine has been taken. Now 2 more chlorine is remained, that is Cl2. Yes, this is additional. Lead oxide is reacting with the hydrochloric acid to form lead chloride, water, as well as chlorine gas. This chlorine gas is extra. It should be only lead chloride and water, but additional chemical has came, so this lead 4 oxide is not considered as a base. So that told that it should be only salt and water, not additional. Salt and water is there, but additional one more chemical came, so only lead oxide, lead 4 oxide. I repeat, lead 4 oxide is not considered as a base. Okay. Next we'll go for the one more word, alkali. What is that alkali? Alkali is a base. Alkali is also a base, but these alkalis are soluble in water. Keep in mind, all the bases are not soluble. Like iron hydroxide or oxide, those are not soluble so easily, but these are soluble. That is alkali. It may be sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, or ammonium hydroxide. Those all are soluble in the water. Those are considered as alkalis. What is an alkali? Alkali are the bases which are soluble in the water. Example, sodium hydroxide. When potassium hydroxide, sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide or ammonium hydroxide. See, I have made two different underlines. I didn't make the full underline. Why? Because these are considered now in the next part as a classification of acids. The first part, this is actually sodium hydroxide and potassium hydroxide are considered as strong bases, and ammonium hydroxide is considered as a weak basis. It is a weak base. Sodium hydroxide and potassium hydroxide considered as a strong base. Ammonium hydroxide is considered as a weak base. So, difference. Actually, these are the alkalis also bases only. So, let told the word alkalis are bases which are soluble in water. Okay, we'll go for the physical properties of bases. We are having 5 physical properties of bases. The first physical property, these are bitter in taste. Actually, when we gone through the acids, those were sour in taste, these are bitter in taste. Second one, their pH value are ranging from 7 to 14. Yes, pH value ranges from 7 to 14, where 7 to 12. 7 to 12. We are having two ranges in that, 7 to 12 and 12 to 14. 7 to 12 is called as a weak base and 12 to 14 is called as a strong base. Yes, the third point, we are having, they can change the color of indicators. Once again the topic comes from the acids. We are having 4 types of indicators, that is, first one is litmus solution. Litmus solution, it will change the red litmus solution or the red litmus paper, it will turn into blue. Yes, litmus will change from red litmus actually. Red litmus will change into the blue. Second, which is the second indicator, it will be phenolphthalein. Phenolphthalein, now it changes from, actually in the acid there was no change, but in the base there will be change. It will change from colorless to pink. It will change from colorless to pink. Next one is methyl orange. Methyl orange, there was orange to pink was there in the acidic medium, but here orange to yellow will be there in the basic medium. And one more is a red cabbage extract. this red cabbage extract it was remaining red only in the acidic medium, but in the basic medium it turns into green. Yes, we are having two more points. We complete very fast. Yes, these are mild corrosive in nature. And these are also considered as, some of these bases are considered as strong electrolytes. Yes, these are mild corrosive nature and these are strong electrolytes. Okay students, we'll discuss the next topic. Those are physical and chemical properties. Physical properties over. We'll go for the classification and uses chemical properties of these bases in the next class. Thank you to all and all.